Hello, this is Distracted Lord, and welcome back to Wreckfest, and there is another DLC. It is the Off-Road Car Pack, and in it we have this thing, the Trooper. We also have the Sandstorm, which is pretty much some dune buggy thing, and we have a Trophy Runner, which is, as you might have guessed, a trophy truck, and that is something I have wanted for a very long time, and so I'm very happy. And we have a new track, which we'll get into in a second. So, as you can see, the Trooper is a sort of Jeep thing. I don't know exactly what it is. It's a Jeep, and you can have it as with a hard top or not. And mine has some amazing exhaust stacks. So can I zoom in at all? No. Okay, but you can sort of see there are exhaust stacks in the back, and you're not supposed to have the roof on with them, I guess, because currently I just pump the exhaust fumes into the back of the car, which doesn't seem a particularly great idea, but I can do it, so anyway, let's actually race. So we're just at the play range circuit. I have put my Trooper into C-Class just because it can do that. Oh, sorry, it didn't just spin you out. Yeah, you just take out all of that stuff for me, so I can just go through the next lap. This thing, it sounds a bit boring, really. It seems to have a fairly dull engine. It doesn't like low revs at all. Anything under 4,000 it's very unhappy about. This thing also doesn't seem to like sliding too much. Well, I mean, it slides around a bit, but it doesn't need to be very fast at it. So I'm going to try and avoid it. I avoided it too much. I also try to avoid the wall on the inside that I seem to hit all the time. The biggest thing I noticed about this car is the fact that it does not like low revs. Low revs, it just has nothing. It's also a bit understeery. We're just climbing the wall apparently. I have the suspension on quite soft, as you can tell by the amount of body roll. And there's obviously my little dragon on the front. So far I have lost neither of the tail lights, which is good. And apparently I can't do the first corner. Yep, sure, you just come past. I'm fairly certain you're going to have an accident. Or you're just going to randomly brake a load. I mean, thanks for the position that you took from me and then I just took back. It does seem to understeer. Oh, your position back. I'm afraid you can't have that. I'm going to have to get you for that. It also seems to be quite big, like when you put it next to that thing next to me, which is quite a small car. But you would have thought that the Jeep would be quite small as well, but it actually isn't really. It is quite a large vehicle. All of the off-road cars seem to be a large vehicle. I also think I should probably point out that all the vehicles in this DLC are all-wheel drive, which is interesting because you don't really see that much in Wreckfest. There we go, we get a second. What was the first person I owned? Buggy. What am I supposed to do about Buggy? And now I have the Trophy Runner. I like it. It's a trophy truck. There's various cosmetic upgrades you can put on it to change how the bed works. I've got one that has no bed at all, which makes it look very much like a trophy truck. And I like it. And I obviously had to make all the AI drive them as well, so we can have some proper trophy truck racing. Also, no idea why I started completely out of line with everyone else. They're all in neat rows, and I'm just not at all. And this is a new track, and I have immediately forgotten its name. Rattlesnake Racepark, that's it. There's plenty of nice big jumps for throwing your trophy truck around on. Some hairpins as well, which I have completely we have some jumpy bits. And then we have more jumps. There's plenty of jumps. Ow! What was that for? Let's get randomly completely mauled. I did not need that, and I will get my revenge, don't worry. It was the red one, wasn't it? Yes. It was the red one. I don't appreciate being completely and utterly swipe T-bone. Oh, I may have hit that one as well. Sorry, didn't mean to hit you, I meant to aim for the red one. That's why I love that corner, because if you get it right, you can just slide nicely round the whole thing. And I like sliding around. Haha! I dodged your attacks this time. The AIs seem to have a very fast in, slow out approach to that corner. Well, fast in, very slow through the middle, very slow out. And they just seem to throw it and hope. What are you doing? Get it out. The AIs at this track can be a little aggressive at the corners. Right, you just go flying up there. I'll get the cutback and the exit. There we go, that's still in the lead. And they don't particularly care whether you're in the way. They just shove it up the inside, and if you're there, then they don't care. So that then forces you to also have to take the stupid lines that are very slow. They just shove it into that last corner with so much speed, and then go, oh, I can't brake. I think because there's a jump just before it, they sort of don't realise that they perhaps ought to set up the corner before going over the jump. I also did do that corner very well. But these trophy trucks are just taking all the bumps. Oh, I was a bit wide there. Up the inside, there we go. Nicely up the inside. I bet I'm gonna lose it on the final corner because I'm gonna get wiped out by the red truck, who is trying to go around the outside. That's a brave move. Right, around there. Red truck has fallen back to third. That's nice. So, trophy truck, I like it a lot. That's the reverse of the Rattlesnake Racepark. I have the Sandstorm, which is basically just a giant remote control car. We have some wheels at the front that are completely different to the wheels at the back. The wheels at the back look like sand wheels. It's like a giant dune buggy thing, but it is actually huge. Like, you don't realise it when you have a whole field of them, but you park it next to anything else, and it is massive. I've also got a whole field of them just because otherwise I will just dwarf everything. Also great for throwing at corners, because mine is A-class, mine is very fast. Because it's all-wheel drive, you can just throw it at anything, and it will be fine. I say that as I effectively go the wrong way around the corner. Oh, sorry, didn't mean to do that. Green's gonna have bad time. Oh. It's fine, they're recovering. Where are you going? That's not where the corner goes. AIs are so slow. side then. Alright. I would like to regain my first place. Shouldn't be too hard. I can just dive up there. Put the foot down. Do some sick sliding. Let's try and point the correct way around this corner. It does slide, this thing, but it slides well, and it slides fast. You go sideways, but you make a lot of speed doing it. Which is better than I can say for the trooper. Also, this track is good, both forwards and backwards. Lots of jumps, and jumps are cool. It also doesn't fall over very easily, which is nice, because I have it on its softest suspension setting, just so we can absorb all the massive bumps, and there is no chance that it will fall over. And I braked far too early for that corner. Oh, that's a bit wonky through the air, and that's wonky on the landing. Hopefully I can make up for it with a good corner. Oh, that was a tiny bit wide at the end there. Right, let's see if we can actually get this corner good this time. Is that fast? I don't know. Well, I seem to have slightly extended the gap to second place, so I'm going to go with yes, it is. I also love watching them bounce with the bumps in the background. It's a great thing about this track. It's the airtime of things in the background. Okay, let's not get too sideways. Although you can actually counter-steer a lot of stuff. It has tiny front wheels, but they are actually very good. And the massive back wheels are not actually all that grippy. You know when I said you can't roll it? How have I lost a wheel by rolling it? I don't know. I don't see how I lost the wheel. I also don't quite understand how we are perfectly fine without it. I guess that's just a bit down to the diff, and a bit down to the other magic stuff that this car has that enables it to drive perfectly fine other than steering right. Apparently we don't turn right very well. Or left. I think we just don't turn very well. But straight line speed, we seem to be surprisingly fine. Although I think we might lose out on first place because of it. I just don't want to also lose second, preferably. Ooh, we're being climbed over. I got second after losing a wheel at the start of the last lap. My best lap is so much faster than everyone else's. So, 3 very nice vehicles. Well, Trooper not quite as much as the other 2, but I feel like this is great. I was not expecting it, but I love it. And the Trophy Runner, you can never go wrong with a trophy truck. Thank you for watching. Don't get distracted. Go subscribe now, and until next time, goodbye.